can watch stream, but it's always delayed, you know.
Yeah. Alright guys, we're going to be testing out a new game. It's called Stanley Parable. And the game is free for PlayStation Plus members. Nate recommended this game to me, so please choose a
Hello.
stream and subtitle. No subtitles?
I mean, you have to have subtitles.
English?
I prefer, yeah, English for sure. You scroll
Confirm.
down to confirm. Yeah.
Wait, no, I can do no subtitles.
No, I prefer. I definitely think subtitles is the way to go for you because there's a lot of narration in this game. I will say.
Okay. Have you played the Stanley Parable
No.
before? Nope. Please adjust the slider until the computer is barely visible.
I think you can't see the computer in there. It has to be barely
I can
visible.
still see it if you go up close.
Well, that's not fair. So you can see it from like where you're usually sitting.
Alright,
I think
well,
that's
I
good.
usually sit like
That's good.
right here.
Turn it up a little bit for the viewers.
We'll
That's
do
good.
we'll do right here.
I think that's good. That's good. Yeah, I'd say so.
Please
You
enter
know,
the current or what is this?
this is
Okay.
optional. This is optional, by the way. You can
Oh,
just
so
click.
how do
You can
I?
just keep it if you want to.
It's optional. 3 a.m. Confirm. Okay, 3 a.m. I'm
It's
doing 3
3
a.m.
a.m. even though it's 6:37 p.m.
No, accessibility can be assessed from. Okay, okay. Let's see. Here we go. Begin the game.
Yeah. Also, your game is on the screen, which is actually kind of crazy in my opinion.
This is the story
Don't
of a
skip
man
this the
named
first time.
Stanley. Stanley worked for a company in a big building where he was employee number 427. Employee number 427's job was simple. He sat at his desk in room 427 and he pushed buttons on a keyboard. Orders
Okay.
came to him through a monitor on his desk, telling him what buttons to push, how long to push them, and in what order.
Okay.
This is what employee 427 did every day of every month of every year.
Wow.
And although others might have considered it soul-rending, Stanley relished every moment that the orders came in, as though he had been made exactly for this job. And Stanley was happy.
I wouldn't be
And
happy
then one
either.
day, something very peculiar happened. Something that would forever change Stanley. Something he would never quite
I'll say
forget.
that after.
He had been at his desk for nearly an hour when he realized that not one single order had arrived on the monitor for him to follow.
Oh no.
No one had showed up to give him instructions, call a meeting, or even say
So that's probably the
hi.
reason.
Never in all his years at the company had this happened.
Oh,
This
that's bad.
complete isolation. Something was very clearly wrong. Shocked, frozen solid, Stanley found himself unable to move for the longest time. But as he came to his wits and regained his senses, he got up from his desk and stepped out of his office.
You can move now.
Oh.
Or you can move.
Okay.
By the way, you can skip that
All of his
in your other
coworkers were
playthroughs.
gone. What could
If
it
you
mean?
also click
Stanley
options if you
decided
want to
go
like
to
turn the
meeting
narrator
room.
down.
Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Click options button. If you want to turn the narrator down, just so you know, you can do that there. In audio.
This is the story of a man named Stanley.
Okay, that's a little low. You still want to be able to hear the narrator.
This is the
Yeah,
story of a man named
I think that's good
Stanley.
for you.
This is the story of a man named Stanley.
Once you're happy. You can decide if you want to follow the narrator, or
What am I supposed to be doing?
just walk the path.
Okay, yep, nobody's here.
When Stanley came to a set of two
Are you
open
gonna follow
doors,
him or
he
no?
entered the door on his left.
You gonna play the game the right way, or as the narrator
Okay.
intends it, or no?
I'm a rebel. Let's go right. Nothing bad. Let's see.
This was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it.
Okay, I'm a rebel. Look, you take risks in life. This is what it's about. You know, sometimes you gotta take risks.
The employee round.
Yes, truly a room worth admiring.
If you don't want to
It had
listen
really
to him
been
yet
worth
for the next
detour after all, just to spend a
few
few
minutes,
moments here in this
you can just walk
immaculate,
through there.
beautifully
But
constructed.
he's gonna keep
Eager
you.
to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
I'm not gonna go that way, actually. Let's go
This
this way.
is so funny.
Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago.
Alright, now he's starting to be mean, dude. Oh, what's this?
Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here. I'm not
Wait,
sure
look to your,
if we
look behind
really
you.
are not. I realize that
Open
investing
door.
your trust in someone else can be difficult, but the fact
You
is
can't,
that the story
if you
has been
fall
about
off, you die.
nothing but you
Just so you
all
know.
this time.
So I don't recommend that.
Someone you've been
If you want to
neglecting, Stanley.
jump off, you can.
Someone
But
you've forgotten about. Please, stop trying to make every decision by yourself. Now, I'm not asking for me, I'm asking for her. This is it, Stanley. Your chance to redeem yourself, to put your work aside, to let her back into your life. She's been waiting.
that doesn't kill you, just so you know. So you can either answer the
So,
phone
Stanley,
or look around.
You need to be the one to do this, to reach out to her. If you can truly place your faith in another, then pick up the phone.
Look at the walls. Look at the walls first.
Okay, I'll pick up the phone.
Fine. Well,
You said this wasn't a horror
Stanley,
game?
is that you? Hold
It's
on,
not.
sweetie. Sorry
It's
to keep
not.
you waiting. I'm just pulling the bread out of the oven. All right. Okay, there we go. All right, now, I want you to come in and tell me all about your day.
What the
Gotcha! Oh, come on. Did you actually think you had a loving wife who'd want to commit their life to you? I'm trying to make a point here, Stanley. I'm trying to get you to see something. Come inside. Let me show you what's really going on here.
No!
You don't.
Sorry,
It's not. There's
but
no
you're in
up.
my story now.
What? You're kidding me. You freaking...
This is a very sad story about the death of a man named Stanley. Stanley is quite a boring fellow. He has a job that demands nothing of him, and every button that he pushes is a reminder of the inconsequential nature of his existence. Look at him there, pushing buttons, doing exactly what he's told to do. Now he's pushing a button. Now he's eating lunch. Now he's going home. Now he's coming back to work. One might even feel sorry for him, except that he's chosen this life. But in his mind, he can go on fantastic adventures. From behind his desk, Stanley dreamed of wild expeditions into the unknown, fantastic discoveries of new lands. It was wonderful. And each day that he returned to work was a reminder that none of it would ever happen to him. And so he began to fantasize about his own job. First, he imagined that one day while at work, he stepped up from his desk to realize that all of his co-workers, his boss, everyone in the building had suddenly vanished off the face of the earth. The thought excited him
Oh, yeah.
terribly.
Try and jump.
I can't.
So he went further. He imagined that he came to two open doors and
Yeah,
that he
jumping
could
doesn't
go
exist
through
in this
either.
game.
At last, choice. It barely even mattered what lay behind each door. The mere thought that his decisions would mean something was almost too wonderful to behold. As he wandered through this fantasy world, he began to fill it with many possible paths and destinations. Down one path lay an enormous round room with monitors and mind controls. And down another was a yellow line that weaved in many directions. And down another was a game with a baby. And he called it the Stanley Parable. It was such a wonderful fantasy, and so in his head he relived it again, and then again, and again, over and over.
If you want to click
wishing beyond
options
hope that it
and
would
F
never
this ending,
end,
you can.
that he might always feel this
Click
free.
options.
Surely there's an
If you want to begin the game again, and just like say
answer
fuck you
down
man,
some
right
new
there.
path. Mustn't there
But
be?
if you don't, you can
Perhaps
just
if he played just
chill.
one more time. But there is no answer. How could there possibly be? In reality, all he's doing is pushing the same buttons he always has. Nothing has changed. The longer he spends here, the more invested he gets, the more he forgets which life is the real one. And I'm
You
trying
have
to
to.
tell him
You have to
this,
press.
that in this world he can never be anything but an observer.
Did
That
you
as
take
long
this
as he
ending?
remains here, he's slowly killing
I've done a
himself.
lot of endings.
But he won't
Yes.
listen to me. He won't stop. Here, watch this. Stanley, the next time the screen asks you to push a button, do not do it.
You can't. You can't. The game just won't stand. The game will just keep going. Just so you know.
So I have to press it?
I've tried it. I've sat there for like an hour straight.
You see? Can he just not hear
He-
me?
So
How
I'm
can
not
I
gonna
tell
make
him
you
in a
do
way
that.
that he'll understand that every second he remains here, he's electing to kill himself? How can I get him to see what I see? How can I make him look at himself?
I'm not gonna press it. Should I press it?
The game won't. There's
Suppose I can't. Not in the
There's
way I
nothing
want
that it
him
will
to.
do if you.
But I don't make the rules.
Oh.
I simply play to my intended purpose, the same as Stanley. We're not so different, I suppose. I'll try once more to convey all this to him. I'm compelled to. I must. Perhaps, well, maybe this time he'll see. Maybe this time. And I tried again, and Stanley pushed a button. And I tried again.
What?
And Stanley pushed a button. And I tried.
Wait, is that it?
That's not. That's one ending. That's not it. Trust me. You chose just one path out of many. Restarting the game again. You're already restarted. It auto restarts.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean?
Trust me, there are
Stanley decided to go to the
many
meeting
endings to
room.
this
Perhaps he
game.
had simply missed a memo.
What if I go back?
No comment. Did you try clicking on the doors?
No matter how hard Stanley looked, he couldn't find a trace of his co-workers.
Your door, maybe? Oh man.
Stanley went around touching every little thing in the office, but it didn't make a single difference, nor did it advance the story in any way.
Don't ask me why they turned off jumping.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
You don't have to follow him exactly, though.
Yet there was
I'm just
not a
saying, you
single
might want to
person
follow
here
him
either.
exactly
Feeling
once.
a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer there.
Click on the door. Wait, what? Walk back.
Stanley stepped into the broom closet, but there was nothing here, so he turned around and got back on track.
Here, no, I'll go back. No.
Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
That's not his office. You gotta go up.
Ooh, fancy schmancy.
Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. Shocked, unraveled, Stanley wondered in disbelief who orchestrated
Just let the
this.
game keep going.
What dark secret was being
I
held
am
from
not the
him?
biggest fan.
What he could not have known was that the keypad behind the boss's desk guarded the terrible truth that his boss had been keeping from him.
Where?
And so the boss had assigned it an
Look-
extra
look at the wall.
secret pin number.
Just saying.
2845. But of course, Stanley couldn't possibly have known this. Yet incredibly, by simply pushing random buttons on the keypad, Stanley
What?
happened to input the correct code by sheer luck. Amazing.
Behind
He
you.
stepped into the newly opened passageway.
Behind you. Elevator.
Descending deeper into the building, Stanley realized he felt a bit peculiar. It was a stirring of emotion in his chest, as though he felt more free to think for himself, to question the nature of his job. Why did he feel this now, when for years it had never occurred to him? This question would not go unanswered for long. Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door that read Mind Control Facility.
Escape.
Although this passageway had the word escape written on it, the truth was that at the end of this hall, Stanley would meet his violent death.
Nope.
Bro was like, never
Of
mind.
course, Stanley thought better of it and realized he simply had too much to live for.
Uh-huh. I want to go back.
Too late now.
No, 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 no.
It's not a scary game.
The
It's not a
lights
horror
rose on an
game.
enormous room packed with television
So there's no jump
screens.
scares?
What horrible secret did this place hold? Stanley thought to himself.
I mean, there might be some
Did he have the
unintentional
strength
jump scares
to
that might
find out?
scare you unexpectedly, but it's not like scary as in the fact that it's like actually like a horror game. You know what I mean?
Yep. Wait, can I go
You
off here?
Aha! You've made it to the bottom of the mind control facility. Welcome! You see, back when the Stanley Parable first launched in 2013, getting to the bottom of the mind control facility was a bug that we simply didn't catch during development. And you all sent us lots of photos of it on Twitter and acted very superior about it. And you're all very, very clever. Good for you. Anyway, when it came time to update the game, we knew that we had to do something about this little goof of ours. So here you go. New content. You can call it the bottom of the mind control room ending, if that enhances your perception of the value of these updates. Isn't that what you crave? New
I actually didn't
Always
expect you to
more
find this
content,
ending.
More content, more. And I'm here to give it to you. I'm here to make it seem like we really covered every nook and cranny of the game with secrets and Easter eggs. How about this? We wrote a new piece of music just for this section. You won't hear it anywhere else in the game. It's a secret that's just for you. That's how special you are. We call this track, Good Job You've Made It to the Bottom of the Mind Control Facility. Well done.
Good job, you did it. Good job, Good job, you made it to the bottom of the mind control
What the frick?
facility.
That's
Jumped on the catwalk. You should have been careful. You should have been careful. It used to be a bug, but now it's an ending. Now it's an ending. I believe in you. I believe in your ability to cross this barrier.
I'm so surprised that you found this ending on your second round.
Good job, you did it. 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 Good job, you did it.
Fortune, can I say something? I am incredibly impressed you found that on your second playthrough. I am so impressed.
Stanley decided to go
That's
to the
supposed to be
meeting
such a
room.
niche
Perhaps he had
ending.
simply missed a memo.
I'm not even kidding. Good job, bro.
I'm still not the biggest
When
fan.
Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
It does take a couple of playthroughs to actually get the feel. Because
Yet
there's just so
there was
many
not
endings.
a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find. Coming to a staircase,
go down.
Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
How are you finding
But
all
Stanley
the
just couldn't do
worst
it.
endings of the
He
game?
considered the possibility of facing his boss, admitting he had left his post during
go in the
work
car.
hours. He might be fired for that.
You can't.
And in such a competitive economy, why had he taken that risk? All because he believed everyone had vanished. His boss would
Okay,
think he was
can I be
crazy.
honest with you?
And then
Can you stop
something
moving?
occurred to Stanley.
I believe we should
thought to
probably like
himself,
actually go
maybe
get the
I
main
am
ending of the game.
crazy. All of
That's my opinion.
coworkers blinking mysteriously out of existence in a single
This ending
moment for no
might
reason at all.
scare you a
None of
tiny
it made
bit
any logical sense. And as Stanley pondered,
near the end.
Oh man.
You're finding a lot of the endings that I wouldn't think of when
all
you
of his
first
coworkers
play the
were
game.
gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
What are you doing?
Yeah, I'm not the biggest fan
When
of this.
Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors,
Here, let me
he
check
entered the
something
door
while
on
you
his left.
keep playing the game.
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he coming to a staircase. Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
You're gonna need 7 to 8 new endings to get to the part of the game that wasn't in 2013.
I'll play like a few more minutes of this game, but I'm not the biggest of the biggest fans.
Okay, click the button again.
No, up. Yeah, no, I'm gonna go. I wanna keep going.
Can I give you a spoiler if you don't want to sit here for a while?
Yeah.
The elevator never moves. This elevator specifically. Click the button again. Just
Gotta
go,
be serious.
just finish. Just finish the main game. By the way, the code for the button is always the same. There is no other ending.
Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley
code is
was
always
once
the
again
same.
stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. What could it mean? Stanley wondered aloud to nobody. He began
2845.
wildly tearing through papers on the boss's desk, pulling books off the shelf, looking behind paintings, desperate for clues to his situation. But Stanley was in such a rush to get through the story as quickly as possible, he didn't even
This
have
is
a
the
single
this is the
minute to
funniest.
just let the narrator talk. That kind of anxiety isn't healthy, so he relaxed for a few moments with some calming New Age music. Feeling soothed and rejuvenated, Stanley calmly walked forward into the opened passageway. Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door that read Mind Control Facility. The lights rose on an enormous room packed with television screens. What horrible secret did this place hold? Stanley thought to himself. Did he have the strength to find out? Now the monitors jumped to life, their true nature revealed. Each bore the number of an employee in the building, Stanley's co-workers. The lives of so many individuals reduced to images on a screen, and Stanley, one of them.
The ultra deluxe content after like 7 to 8 endings is even better, I will say. It's much better than this, I will say.
Facility. It was too horrible to believe. It couldn't be true. Had Stanley really been under someone's control all this time? Was this the only reason he was happy with his boring job? That his emotions had been manipulated to accept it blindly? No. He refused to believe it. He couldn't accept it. His own life in someone else's control? Never. It was unthinkable. Wasn't it?
This was the
possible?
original ending to the
Had
game.
he truly spent his entire
Notice how I
life
said the.
utterly blind to the world? But here was the proof. The heart of the operation. Controls labeled with emotions. Happy, or sad, or content. Walking, eating, working. All of it monitored and commanded from this very place. And as the cold reality of his past began to sink in, Stanley decided that this machinery would never again exert its terrible power over another human life. For he would dismantle the controls once and for all.
Just so you know, off means you turn it off. On means you turn it on. So everybody is aware, okay?
Oh, Stanley, you didn't just activate the controls, did you? After they kept you enslaved all these years, you go and you try to take control of the machine for yourself. Is that what you want?
I want to. Nope.
Stanley, I applaud your effort. I really do.
You can't go back. Sadly.
There's so much that machine can do.
I'm sorry.
You're supposed to let it go. Turn the controls off and leave.
Yes.
If you want to throw my story off track, you're going to have to do much better than that. I'm afraid you don't have nearly the power you think you do. For example, and I believe you'll find this pertinent, Stanley suddenly realized he had just initiated the network's emergency detonation system. In the event that this machine is activated without proper DNA identification, nuclear detonators are said to explode, eliminating the entire complex. How long until detonation then? Let's say, 2 minutes. Ah, now this is making things a little more fun, isn't it, Stanley? It's your time.
You can't turn off it. You gotta go find another way to turn it off. If it's possible.
Story now. Shape it to your heart's desires. Oh, this is much better than what I had in mind. What a shame we have so little time left to enjoy it. Mere moments until the bomb goes off. But what precious moments each one of them is. More time to talk about you, about me, where we're going. all
1.
this means. I barely know where to start. What's that? You'd like to know where your co-workers are? A moment of solace before you're obliterated? All right,
4?
I'm in a good mood.
No, I need to try to press each one.
I'll tell you exactly what happened to
You have to press them in order, maybe.
I turned off the machine. I set you free.
Where's
Of course,
1?
that was merely in this instance of the story. Sometimes when I tell it,
1.
I simply let you sit there in your office
2.
forever, pushing buttons
Where's
endlessly
3?
and then dying alone. Other times, I let the office
somewhere.
sink into the ground, swallowing everyone inside, or I let it burn to a crisp. I have
3.
to say this, though. This version of events has been rather amusing. Watching you try to make sense of everything and take back the control wrested away from you, it's quite rich. I almost hate to see it go. But I'm sure whatever I come up with on the next go-around will be even better. My goodness, only 34 seconds left. But I'm enjoying this so much. You know what? To hell with it. I'm going to put some extra time on the clock. Why not? These are precious additional seconds, Stanley. Time doesn't grow
5?
on trees.
Or 6?
Oh dear me, what's the matter, Stanley? Is it that you have no idea where you're going or what you're supposed to be doing right now? Or did you just assume when you saw that timer that something in this room was capable of turning it off? I mean, look at you. Running from button to button, screen to screen, clicking on every little thing in this room. These numbered buttons, no, these colored ones. Or maybe this big red button, or this door. Everything, anything, something here will save me. Why would you think that, Stanley? That this video game can be beaten? Won? Solved? Do you have any idea what your purpose in this place is? Stanley, you're in for quite a disappointment. But here's a spoiler for you. That timer isn't a catalyst to keep the action moving along. It's just seconds ticking away to your death.
Wait.
You're only still playing instead of watching a cutscene because I want to watch you for every moment that you're powerless. To see you made humble. This is not a challenge. It's a tragedy. You wanted to control this world, that's fine. But I'm going to destroy it first, so you can't. Take a look at the clock, Stanley. That's 30 seconds you have left to struggle. 30 seconds until a big boom and then nothing. No ending here, just you being blown to pieces. Will you cling desperately to your frail life, or will you let it go peacefully? Another choice. Make it count, or don't. It's all the same to me, all a part of the joke. And believe me, I will be laughing at every second of your inevitable life from the moment we fade in until the moment I say, happily ever after.
Was that your best ending yet? Be honest. Fortune?
Is that it?
That's one more ending. What do you do?
It's good and all, but not the game I wanted.
Just play. All right. Play one more round.
No.
After you play this last go, I have one specific ending that I want you to
Fine.
see.
Where is it? Skipping. Where?
So go to where you
this
went to
code
like
because
the
they're gone.
the ending where you
What
kept
did it
pressing
mean?
buttons, like your first
Stanley
ending.
decided to go to the meeting room.
Just start
Perhaps he
going there.
simply missed a memo.
So start going there, okay?
And then instead of going up the thing,
When
you still
Stanley
go
came
up
to a set of two
the
open
wrong
doors,
door.
He entered the door on his left.
Restart.
What?
Restart. Your first ending when you went to the other door.
Oh, okay.
Just a step through this door, Stanley thought to himself, that's all I need. If I can make it through this door, I can make it through them all.
Go to the
When
right
Stanley
door.
came to a set of two open doors. This was not the correct way to the meeting room, and
What
Stanley
do you
knew
want
it
me to
perfectly
do?
And instead of letting
Perhaps he
the
wanted to stop
like
by
the
employee lounge
the
first,
lift go all
just
the way
to
up,
admire it.
Yep.
Wow.
jump onto,
Yes.
fall onto
This
the
room.
what do you call it?
What a
Open door.
Like the
wonderful- eager to get back to
the
business,
the trap,
Stanley took
like the path
first
to the open
on
door.
his left.
Yeah, the
Where should I
open
go?
door that's
Do I go?
not that
before?
door. You keep going.
Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago.
Right here?
You see that like that
here?
that
I think
path?
perhaps we've gotten
But you
off
have
on
to
the
jump
wrong
once it's over it.
I'm
Yeah,
not
you jump
trustworthy,
onto it.
really, I'm not. I realize that investing your trust in someone else can be difficult, but the
By
fact
the way,
Should I
if
go
you
is
now?
fall
that
down
the
there,
story has been about
no, yeah, it
nothing
has
but
to be like
you
it's
all
get
this
when it
time.
moves over there.
There's
Look
someone
down,
you've
go
been
down.
neglecting,
Look,
Stanley.
not yet. Once it's
Someone
over,
you've forgotten
go,
about. Please.
go.
Really? I was in the middle of something. Do you have zero consideration for others? Are you
Okay,
that
which one?
convinced
Do I
that I
keep-
want something bad to happen
Just keep
to
going.
you?
Just keep going.
Why, I don't know
gonna
how
let you.
to convince you of this, but I really do want to help you, to show you something
I
beautiful.
go down
If
here?
you want, if you wanna rebel
Let me
against
prove that
the
I'm on your
narrator, this is
side.
your time to
Give me a
go.
chance. Now listen carefully, this is important. Stanley walked through the red door.
You should rebel the narrator, in my opinion.
Oh,
For this
thank
ending.
God you are willing to
Oh,
listen to
well.
me. Do you see that I really have wanted you
What?
to be happy all this time?
You're good.
The problem is all these choices. The two of us always trying to get somewhere that isn't here. Running and running and running, just the way you're doing right now. Don't you see that it's killing us, Stanley? I wanted to stop. We would both be so much happier if we just stopped. And I think I have a solution. Here, let me show you. What do we want?
To
What
rebel.
are we
Wait, what did you
looking
say? To rebel
for?
against the narrator?
I was thinking you should go to the blue door, but you're good. You're good. You're good.
Here. Yes. Oh, it's beautiful, isn't it? If we just stay right here, right in this moment with this place, Stanley, I think I feel happy. I actually feel happy.
You see that door that's in the.
Yeah.
I wasn't saying you had to go through it, but nothing's gonna happen if you don't. There's no more dialogue there, basically.
No, wait. Where are you going? Oh no. Stay away from those stairs. If you hurt yourself, if you die, the game will reset. We'll lose all of this. Good, good. We can't be too safe. Promise me you won't go back there.
If I were to jump off,
Just stay.
You can't.
Here.
Should just
I don't
stay here?
think. Nothing happens. Means
No. What did we talk about? You're risking everything we achieved here. You heard me before, didn't you? You will die. What about this isn't getting through to you? Please, no, Stanley, let me stay here. Don't take this from me. Please, Stanley, think about what you're doing.
there's not real. Okay.
No! Oh, thank God you lived. You had me worried there for a moment. Now, no, what are you doing, Stanley? Please, I'm asking you not to take this away from me. I can't go back to what I was before. If you die, we'll both go back. Why are you doing this? Stanley, let's go back to the other room. Can you do that for me? Yes, perhaps you can. Perhaps you finally see what I'm talking about. I know you'll see that we can't be happy if we leave this place. You can see that,
Alright.
can't you?
What is this, bro? What do I do?
No, perhaps not.
Man, this game, the specific endings that you've chosen to do in a very specific order. I understand why you don't like the game.
My God, is this really how much you dislike my game?
Oh!
That you'll throw yourself from this platform over and over to be rid of it? You are literally willing to kill yourself to keep me from being happy. Am I reading the situation correctly? Or maybe you're just getting a kick out of it. I don't know anymore.
This make me sad.
I just wanted us to get... You actually want to stay alive? Or are you just teasing me? I wanted us to be happy here, Stanley. I really did. I wish I still thought that was possible.
Looks like a loading screen, to be
So what
honest.
do I do?
That's your choice. Oh,
Like, if I stay here, nothing's gonna happen?
no, not really. I still think there's other good endings, but like, if you don't like the game, you don't like the game.
Wait, is this the ending? Did I already reach the ending?
I mean, there's not really an ending to the game. Only once you like experience like truly every ending, I guess you could say you've ended the game. But like, even then, there's not really an ending because there's just multiple endings. You get what I mean?
Alright. So
Wait,
that
move
was
your
it.
stuff. Move your button. Wait, look at the screen.
Oh,
Yeah,
that's
look at the
cool.
screen.
So that's gonna be it. Like, game. Oh, I didn't like it
I gotta go.
that much. Alright, I'll see you later. Peace.